everyone, happy June. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first ever monthly reset. I am super excited to be filming this video. I have been obsessed with Michelle Reed's monthly reset videos. I am a Virgo, so anything organization is right up my alley. I thought it'd be super fun to start doing these videos. I do a lot of reset content on my channel, mostly me resetting for the week and showing a lot of cleaning and organizing, but I don't really show how I organize my month, the goals that I have planned, and kind of the tasks that I want to get done. I find these videos to be super motivating. I also kind of feel like it keeps you guys in the loop with what's going on, I guess, goal-wise and things I want to accomplish in my life. So I thought it'd be really fun to start doing these videos. If you like this video and you do want to see more, please let me know. Give it a like, comment down below. I'm also trying to hit 10K, so if you're seeing this video, feel free to subscribe if you like my face and you like my videos and you want to see more of me. So how these videos work is there's 4 different categories, you could say, of my life: work, finance, health, and personal. Within each of those sectors, I go through my goals and also any other tasks that I need to get done, whether that's organizing my calendar, decluttering my computer, planning out videos, anything kind of along those lines. Enough of me talking, we're gonna get right into it. So normally I would go through my goals from last month and then I would go into my goals for the upcoming month. However, I feel like I was very burnt out at the end of April and the beginning of May just because of a long school year, a pretty stressful exam season, and just a busy last couple weeks of the month. That being said, I did not do any planning for the month and any goal planning, anything like that for May, which is very unlike me, but like I said before, I think I was very burnt out at the end of the month, so I was not motivated to sit down and write down my goals and everything. Normally, I would go through that. This will be the rare video that I do not go through my goals from last month. So this segment would normally be going through my goals from last month, seeing what I accomplished, seeing what I didn't accomplish, where I can improve on, etc. So disclaimer and my apologies because I would have discussed that, but I have no goals to discuss from last month. I'm gonna plan out my goals, go from here, and then next month we can reevaluate my goals from this month. Hopefully that made sense. Alright, we are going to move right over to my desk and I'm going to start planning out my goals for each sector and then we're going to go through it. Starting off with work, I'm going to go through my computer first and do a digital declutter. Basically, I'm going to go through all my messages, delete most of my messages. I really don't like clutter on my iPad, my computer, my phone, so I'm going to delete the majority of those other than the important ones. I keep some messages, but for the most part, I delete them. And then I'm also going to do the same with my email, go through my email, delete any emails that are junk, not important. And then I have tabs on my emails with different categories, for example, doctor, wellness, brand deals, stuff like that. I'm going to move the important emails into those categories and then just delete the rest. And then lastly, I'm going to clean up my desktop on my computer because I can get messy quite frequently. I try to keep everything nice and clean and organized. I'm going to do the same with the messages on my phone and my iPad. That doesn't really take long. I try to keep up with that as much as I can. So we're going to do that first. I keep having to move the camera, so apologies if the angle keeps changing, but I'm going to plan out my videos for the month now. I have honestly a couple planned just because I had intentions of posting a lot in May. It just didn't happen. Last year I was posting so much in May, especially because school was over, but also we were in lockdown, and so I'm really just trying to find balance in life now because I'm working a lot and I'm trying to have a social life, but I'm also trying to hustle. So I wasn't able to post as much as I wanted to in May. We are going to do so much better this month. I'm going to plan out my videos for the month for June. Also want to try to plan out a couple of TikTok and Reels just so that when I film them, I know what I'm filming and I can plan it out for the week and everything. Okay, so now I want to get into my work goals for the month. So my first one is to grow my channel. That is something that I have been honestly struggling with a lot, is just growth for my social media platforms, and the one that I have not been growing on the most is YouTube and TikTok. TikTok I can understand because I need to be way more consistent on the app than I am, but YouTube I have been making videos for definitely over 5 years. I've been making them since like 2014 or something, on this channel, I am still under 10,000 subscribers. It's very hard not to compare myself just because it can be hard to see people grow super rapidly and be stuck in the same spot, especially people who started their channel later than you. I really just want to work on growing my channel, building up views while also creating content that I love. I definitely know there's areas on my channel that I need to do better at, like being consistent and posting more, so that's something I want to work on. But I really want to grow my channel. I really want to try to hit 10K by the end of the month. We're gonna work hard and see if we can do that. I think I have like 3,000 more subscribers to go. Feel free to subscribe if you want to help me out. I just feel like my channel could be doing so much better, and so I want to work on that. Along those lines, I also want to try to upload 2 to 3 times a week. That is a big goal of mine. That is something I have been trying to achieve for the longest time, and it honestly can just get super hard because life gets busy and I want to make sure I'm putting out good quality content and being consistent on my channel. I'm gonna work on that a lot this month and really aim to post 3 times a week. I think I put a little graphic in my last video, so I'm just gonna include it here if you want to see my posting schedule that I'm trying to do for the summer. I also want to grow my Instagram and really focus on the content I'm putting out on my Instagram. I really want to aim to hit 2,000 followers. I'm really close. I think I'm at 1,930 at this moment. So I really want to try to aim to hit 2,000 on Instagram. That would be super cool. And honestly, just build up my Instagram page. I've seen a bunch of TikToks of people just growing their Instagram pretty rapidly. So I want to really focus on that, which means I need to put out more content there. I feel like all of my goals for work are very intertwined with each other, but another goal of mine is to be consistent on my social media platforms, whether that's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, even Pinterest. I've been trying to post on there as well. I have it linked down below if you guys want to follow me, but just be consistent because consistency equals growth. I also personally like to follow people and watch people who are consistent and who aren't posting every 2 weeks. Another goal of mine for the month is to post more Instagram reels and post more TikTok and focus more time on creating short form content. I also want to start doing YouTube shorts. I think that'd be really fun, and short form content is doing super well right now. So alongside posting YouTube videos, I want to create more content on other platforms. The last goal I have for work is to schedule out time each day to work on content. I've been trying to time block my days, which have been working somewhat. Obviously, some days don't go exactly to plan, but I want to do my best at scheduling out time in the day to focus on content. Obviously, that will help me be more consistent if I'm not doing everything all in one day and if I'm spreading it out, working on content consistently so that I can put out content consistently. Those are my work goals for the month. So moving on to finance, I want to start off by looking at my budget, looking at my expenses. I try to budget every single week. I love Carter Sullivan for her finance videos, so I'll have her channel linked down below. She also is the one who kind of started off these monthly reset videos, and I found her channel through Michelle Reed. I will definitely have her link down below, but I love watching her finance videos. I find they're super helpful and they're motivating and they get me excited to budget my money, which I would say is very healthy because money can be a big stressor. So I'm gonna go through my budget, look at any upcoming payments I have, log them. I'm also gonna look at my spendings for the past month to see how I did, to see where I could do better, if I overspent, which I know I definitely did. Kind of go over my finances. I have a beautiful finance page in Notion that I use for this. It's very to a T and it helps me out a lot. Honestly, I don't know how I did anything with money before this because it definitely helps me feel a little less stressed and a little more in control with my money. On to my finance goals. The first one I have is to create a healthy relationship with money. If you've seen any of my vlogs recently, I started talking and opening up, I guess, more about money and my struggles with money, kind of how I have been feeling and what I've been struggling with. Somebody's dog is going off. So that's something I really want to work on and continue to work on. I'm trying my best. It's definitely difficult, but I really want to create a healthy relationship with money. I just want to have more balance with money and not feel guilty when I'm spending, but also not overspending. Just a healthy relationship with money. I also really want to build up my savings and focus on savings. This school year and mostly this past semester was very hectic, so I couldn't work a lot. I had to give shifts away and I had exams and assignments, and also just my availability in general for school wasn't really the greatest, so I wasn't making as much money as I'd hope. And because I wasn't making a lot of money, I wasn't able to put as much into my savings as I wanted to. Obviously, I put what I can, but money is definitely tight. I really want to focus on building up my savings. I actually just opened an emergency funds account and a TFSA account, so I have put money into those accounts, which is awesome, but I do want to just continue to save money and really try to not have to pull from my savings. I have a short-term savings account that I am able to pull from. I try to aim to only pull from that when I have appointments or things that I'm saving for. I'm trying to use that more as a sinking fund, where if I want to get my hair done, or if I want to change my extensions or get my lashes done, my nails, I put money every paycheck into that account, and I have different sinking funds for different things in my life, instead of, I guess kind of what I'm saying is planning out my spendings in that sense. I also want to save up for an apartment sometime soon. Hopefully. I really want to move out. It's just very expensive to do that right now, and I live at home for free. So that's definitely a goal of mine in the near future, saving up for an apartment, saving up for a car. So I also am going on vacation again this summer. I want to go to 2 different places. One of them is for sure, the other one is still in the works. That being said, I want to just continue to focus on saving. Okay, this is where I get a little bit vulnerable. I'm opening up a little bit more. I feel embarrassed about it, but I obviously know that I am not the only person with this. A goal of mine this month is to pay off my credit card. Yeah, my credit card isn't horrible, but it's definitely, I'd rather not have a balance on my credit card, and it's definitely gotten a little bit higher. First of all, I know that as a student this is very normal. You have a balance on your credit card. It's nothing to be ashamed of as long as you're paying it off. So I really want to really pay off my credit card. I finished my braces payments. That is one thing I'm very proud of that I did in April. So I just want to start paying off my credit card because I do have some bills that go on it and other expenses that I probably shouldn't have used my credit card for that I did. So just paying off my credit card is something that I really want to focus on this month. Along with that, I want to focus on just spending less and spending less on unnecessary items, not Ubering as much, spending less on food. That is my weakness. I spend a lot of money on food and it's just not good. I don't need to spend money on going out all the time. I feel like in the summer it gets extra hard because one of the really social things that we do in my city at least is go to patios and go out to eat. I want to spend less but also not restrict myself, be healthy with my spendings. Another goal of mine this month is to create more streams of income. If you didn't know, I actually do photography. That's something that's always up and down, but I really want to focus on that because I can definitely make good money from that. I also make money from YouTube, but obviously not enough to pay the bills, so I want to just focus on creating more streams of income that will help me with my savings and everything. I think it's always really good to have multiple streams of income, especially when it comes to saving and building up money. My last financial goal is to continue to budget weekly. Like I said, I have a weekly budget and a whole system that I do, but sometimes I can definitely get lazy and I won't be consistent with it. But I find when I am consistent with it, I'm more mindful about my spending. I'm more aware of how much I'm spending in the month. So I think it will help me a lot if I just continue to budget weekly and continue to look at my finances. Moving on to health, I only have really one task that I want to get done, which is fix my vitamin regimen. I don't know if that's a proper word you would use for it. I assume it is just the vitamins that I take daily. I currently take Care Vitamins. I have a 30-month pack that I'm doing right now. After that, I want to stop taking those vitamins just because I looked at the ingredients and I'm not a huge fan of using sunflower oil, for example, and industrialized oil. I heard they deplete your amino acids. They're not good for your hormones and everything. I'm not a doctor. This is just what I heard from a couple videos that I've seen. So I have a list of vitamins already that I wanted to start taking and the brand that I want to purchase from, but there's some vitamins that I want to just reevaluate to see if I need to take that or if I can get it out of food, just because vitamins are expensive and I care a lot about my health, so I obviously don't want to not take vitamins just because of the price. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna get into my health goals now. The first one is to take a workout class. A couple months ago, I did spin class. I think I did 1 or 2 classes and I really enjoyed it. I want to start taking more fitness classes. I work out at the gym, I do weightlifting, but I find fitness classes are so good, especially cardio ones. I don't get enough cardio in, so I just want to start taking fitness classes and just add that to my workout routine. I would love to try out a boxing class. I would love to try out Pilates. Pilates is something I really want to try out. Another fitness goal that I have in particular is to work out 5 times a week. If you didn't know, I do Callie Fuller's fitness program, but I definitely do have days where I miss the gym or I put off going to the gym. There's also times where I work in the morning and I love working out in the morning, but I will push it off. I'm trying not to make excuses for going to the gym, but also if my body doesn't feel like going and not pressure myself. I just want to be more consistent with working out. I feel like I've been pretty good, but I do have my weeks where I'm feeling a little unmotivated, so I want to push myself a little extra on those days. I also want to eat more balanced meals. I feel like I'm not too happy with my eating right now. I'm eating good, but I feel like I'm not eating enough protein and just not getting in all the nutrients in the meals that I'm eating. I also find that I eat a lot of the same food every day, which is fine, but it does get boring. I feel like when you make eating healthy exciting, you want to eat healthy all the time. Along with that, I want to start making more home cooked meals and just taking more time to cook myself dinner and just taking more time to learn new recipes, cook myself dinner instead of eating out so much and instead of just making something super quick. Eating more home cooked meals definitely will help me eat more balanced and whole foods. I'm also a diabetic, so it's just very important that I'm eating properly and eating enough nutrients and carbs. I want to try to cut out gluten as much as possible. This has been a journey that I have been on for quite some time now. I have my ups and downs. Eating gluten-free is definitely super challenging, but I'm doing my best. I have some gluten-free recipes that I saved on Pinterest. I have some gluten-free ingredients in my house. I do my best to eat gluten-free as much as possible. I feel like it's also harder in the summer when you go out more and you're eating out more. So I'm not trying to jinx anything, but I do feel like I'm convinced that I have a gluten intolerance. I can eat it, but I do get really bloated sometimes. And I find I just feel so much better when I'm not eating gluten as much. And then the last thing I want to do is get blood work done. I said before I'm a diabetic, so I need to get blood work done all the time. I feel like I put it off a little bit in May to get my blood work done, so that's something I definitely want to get done this month. Okay, so last but not least, moving on to the personal section of the month. First thing I want to do is book appointments, and then I have an appointment to change. So I was supposed to get my hair dyed this month. However, I'm going on a trip at the end of the summer. I feel like I'd rather just wait and save the money and then get my hair done rather than now, because brown hair, if you didn't know, fades. So I want to change my hair appointment, and then I also want to book a lash appointment and then a nail appointment. I'm going to Toronto in 2 weeks, so I need to get my nails and my lashes done. I also want to organize my calendar and plan out my month, plan any events that I have coming up for this month that I know of, anything really that I have this month that I need to plan. And then alongside that, I also want to brain dump any to-dos that I have for the month, so that each week when I'm planning out my week, I can pick from that list of what I want to do that week instead of overwhelming myself and doing it all in one day. So I have quite a bit of goals for my personal section this month. I'm going to try to rapid fire through them just because there's definitely a lot. I feel like most of them are pretty attainable. They're kind of small, but I just have a lot. The first one is getting back into reading daily. I was on a roll. I was trying to read 1 book a month and I was doing so well, and then school got super busy. I wanted to start reading The Power of Now, which I started 2 months ago, and I still have not read for 2 months. I'm not even kidding. I have not sat down and done my 20 minutes of reading time. I want to start doing that whether I'm reading in the morning or before bed. 20 minutes of reading time every single day, something that I want to accomplish. We're getting pretty personal with the next goal, but I really want to go off the pill. If you're any of my friends watching this, and you know I've ranted about this for quite some time, but I'm on hormonal birth control. Do not like it at all. I went on it for acne originally when I was 17. I can do a whole video on hormonal birth control and my whole journey with going off of it. Long story short, I really don't like being on the pill, and I'm also just trying to be more natural with things and more holistic. Somebody also told me the pill isn't good for people with diabetes, so I really just do not like being on the pill. I tried to talk to my doctor about it already, and I didn't really get the best response. So I have a whole plan of how I'm going to go off the pill, why I'm going off the pill, everything like that. Literally like a step-by-step of what I'm doing to go off the pill. So I really want to start that this month. I can do a video on it like I said before if you want to see that. That is a major goal that I have this month, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. This month I want to get back into meditation and manifesting. I was on a kick with this in January 2021. I also had a lot of time to be on a kick with this because we were in lockdown. Life is back to normal now, and I find I have definitely pushed it off, so I really want to incorporate that into my daily routine again. A new thing I also want to incorporate is journaling. If you saw my recent video, I bought a journal. I call it a therapy journal. I want to get therapy headphones. If you watch Ellie Thuman, then you know she talks about therapy headphones and hot girl walks. I just want to journal more, whether that's reflecting or writing down my thoughts and my emotions. I tend to be very emotional. Maybe it's birth control, who knows? I feel like getting it out on paper and reading how I feel might make me feel better, hopefully. I also feel like it's just a healthy thing to do. Check in with yourself, so I want to start journaling this month. I also want to get back onto a good routine. I feel like after being burnt out from school, I fell off routine a lot. I thrive off of a routine, so I really want to get back into my routine. Another thing I want to focus on this month is getting better sleep and just prioritizing my sleep. I find that I can push off sleep a lot and then I don't do so well the next day. We all work best when we get enough sleep, so I really want to focus on getting 8 hours of sleep, not going to bed super late. I also want to be kinder and more patient with myself and others, not just this month, but in general. I think that's just something really important to practice whoever you are. I find that I can get very flustered with myself and then my emotions will project outwards. Along with being more patient with myself, I want to also prioritize self-care nights. I find that it's really important to practice self-care, but it can be something that's pushed off quite often, so I want to make sure that I'm at least having 1 to 2 days a week where I'm just having a night to myself, having a self-care night, taking it easy and not overstressing myself almost. I also want to spend more time with God in the morning. I love God, my homie. I pray every single day, but I feel like I want to focus more time in the morning on God and maybe get a devotional. I have a Bible. I just want to connect more with God. I was really good with this during quarantine, but life got busy, like I said, and I pushed it off, which is definitely not good. I feel like that's really important for myself and for my relationship with God, if you want to say. And then the last thing is super random, but I really want to start planning out my room refresh. I like my room, but I'm not in love with it. It's very much not my vibe anymore. I'm really into the neutral one hotel vibe. If you know who Danielle Carolyn is, I love her New York apartment so much. I just love that vibe. Even this is just not my vibe anymore. I want to just redo my room and have a nice minimalistic neutral aesthetic. I feel like there's just a lot going on in my room, so I want to start planning that out and slowly purchasing things for my room. This is also something I go back and forth with because I don't know if I should just leave my room as it is until I move out, or if I should just make it how I want it while I'm here, enjoy my space, and then when I move out I can always change it or just have everything I need for my room and literally just move it from one space to another. I'm figuring it out, so I want to focus on that too this month. That is a really random one, but I wanted to include it. Alright guys, that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my monthly reset. I hope it motivated you in one way or another. Like I said already, if you enjoyed this video and you want me to do more of them, I'm definitely gonna do another one for next month, so let me know your thoughts on these kind of videos. Feel free to comment down below some of your goals for this month. I'd love to hear it. I'd love for you to share, and I love you guys so much. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!
Saturdays back in '05, flip flops with the socks high.